Melbourne is so special and it's got the shuffle and the other cities hasn't, is that we've kind of nurtured it and we've sort of developed it and we've kind of created that scene and kind of held with it and sort of run with it and continued to push it. Like, you know, Melbourne is still, it's got a rave scene because of people like myself and Braden, those guys that do Pharmacy and Midro and all those types of people that do Base Station and the guys from Hard Candy. Like, we've kept like that kind of whole spirit kind of alive and keep promoting those sorts of gigs and doing these sorts of shows. And although our music styles are different, the philosophies are still there, the fashion is still that closeness that people have to the scene, that no matter what music style you're listening to, there's still this vibe and this kind of magic kind of thing that everyone can kind of connect with, which is the rave scene sort of thing.
If people don't know that we've got a dance scene in this country, not even in this country, in this one city, alright, there's no shufflers anywhere else, nowhere else in the world.
It's very much a Melbourne thing, and as I said before, it's pretty weird for us to jump in a car and just drive to Sydney and go, hang on a minute, it's completely different here. It's only like up the road, you know.
It's very different to quite a lot of the other dances around. For example, Sydney, I went to Sydney a little while back and listened to some dance music there, but all they seem to do is just mosh. The Melbourne Shuffle is like a one-of-a-kind dance. It's gold.
I've been around the world and I've seen people, I've seen how they move, how they groove. There is nothing like it in the world. It is Melbourne. It's fantastic.
I've been to Melbourne quite a few times now. I've played massive raves down to really intimate parties, and you know, kind of the people are so friendly.
When I get to Melbourne, first I love the city. I've been there this afternoon and I love the city, and then tonight I got here and I really love the crowd because I really got the rave feeling.
Yeah, it just rocks, man.
Then you have things like the Melbourne Shuffle that just blow things out of proportion. I think one thing that might be unique about the Melbourne Shuffle is the fact that, you know, it's such an explosive burst of energy. And, you know, like I said before, you know, Melbourne is kind of a conservative place. Maybe it's just the calling cards for places that aren't that out there, you know, visibly, that they have a release valve like that.
It's definitely received more attention in the last year than it ever has over the last decade. It's become internationally very popular and unique, and it's become quite a draw card for internationals who all want to see this amazing thing called the shuffle, which they all ask about. And we're quite lucky to have this unique dance associated with our scene because it's given us something really special and unique in the world, and there's nothing greater than having a full room of people who are just shuffling and just absolutely going off and having a great time. It's really rewarding.
Everyone together out there, you know, they communicate in ways without words. Like, they can have 4 people in like a square metre and they're just jumping around like fools, but still no one cops any like harsh elbow to the face or kick to the knee. It's just like talking without words, like I said. I think Melbourne's dancers put a lot of effort into it because dancing's really looked upon in our rave scene as like, there's t-shirts, shuffle, Melbourne Shuffle, we're renowned for this shuffle, so I think people feel that they do have to shuffle or get out there and dance more than they would in an other environment where these words aren't around and where people don't dance as much.
In my opinion, I think the shuffle's about dancing well. It used to be that you'd go out and you'd dance any way you liked, but now it's become, I think, very important for a lot of kids to dance the Melbourne Shuffle, and there are different variations of the shuffle from what we've seen, but it's still very much about the basic dance move and how they perform it and how well they perform it.
I'd definitely call it rocking. Shuffling I see more as a specific way of dancing, when rocking is just letting everything out and having a lot of fun.
Yeah, just going out for rock has always been part of going out having it. It's like the Prodigy Smack My Bitch Up was about, you know, going out for rock, the music, just make it smack my bitch up. It wasn't about women and all the politics that we got from it. It was about the music, you know. So yeah, everyone has their own little sayings and little words for everything. It's where you grow up.
The rave scene and shuffling is not one man, not 100 men, not 5 moves or 1,000 tricks. It's not anything that anyone can put in a bottle and say this is what it is, because it's underground. Alright? People see these big raves and they see footage from these big raves, and what do they see? The camera's right there. You see 2,000 people doing this.
That's all you see. Or 2,000 people doing these ones.
It's never really been promoted or pushed the way a DJ or a dance event has, so for it to become as big as it has today is really, I think, quite monumental and quite phenomenal for our shufflers.
There's no inspiration unless if you're watching video hits or MTV type, stuff. There ain't no ravers on there. There ain't no ravers anywhere. Unless you go to a